G'day, ZiggyD here, and today I want to talk to you guys about some of my tips for min-maxing in the Steam Summer Sale. Now, the Steam Summer Sale is one of the most exciting times of the year for pretty much any PC gamer. They're a time of mass impulse buying and adding to your huge game collection and just filling out a library with often a bunch of games that you probably won't ever end up playing. But nonetheless, it's very fun, and there are some awesome deals to be had on games that you've probably wanted to play for a while, or games that you might want to play in the future. Now, however, it can be a little bit confusing. There's a lot going on in the Steam Summer Sale. There's multiple different types of sales and multiple different sale prices, and things change around all the time. And, you know, you want to impulse buy these games, but you don't know if they're going to be cheaper later or if they're going to be more expensive later or when's the best time to buy them. But since I've been through a few of these now, I've started to notice some trends, and I've started to pick up a few tips from various different places, and I wanted to share some of those with you guys. So first up, we'll start off with a bit of an overview of the Summer Sale and how things work. So in general, there's two sale prices or pricing points for all of the games in the Steam Summer Sale. Now, firstly, there's the general Steam Summer Sale that will go for the entire duration of the Steam Summer Sale. I feel like I'm going to be saying that quite a bit in this, you know, between July 11th and July 12th here. So, for example, if we go into action games over here, and hopefully that loads, we'll have a bunch of games, you know, 15% off, 25% off, 10% off, etc., etc. A bunch of different sale prices that are specific to those games, and that will extend through that entire duration. And that's important because that'll come into one of the major tips for this video later on down the track. Now, this, as I said, will extend during the duration. However, there is one more sale price, that you'll see when these games instead go in one of the featured sales. So these featured sales come in three forms. Firstly, you have the daily deals, which change every 24 hours, as you would expect. And you also have a second chance at these ones. If we scroll all the way down here, we should be able to find yesterday's big deals. Yeah, so you have a second chance to go through those, and they stay up for a little while as well. So you can, if you do miss one of those sales by a little bit, you can go back and get those from yesterday's big deals, and they'll be at the same price, so that's always a good way to grab those. But the daily deals here are these major ones here. There'll be a set of major games, and these will be, you know, at their higher discounted rate. Now, in addition to that, you also have the flash sales, which change more rapidly, and this will be the same discounted rate. So if a game like Spec Ops: The Line appears in the flash sales for 75% off, and then another day it appears in the daily deals, it will also be 75% off. That'll be the cheapest it'll ever go. And this goes into one of the major, I guess, tips. If a game is in the flash sale, the daily sale, or the community choice sale, which I'll explain a little bit in the moment, it will be the cheapest it will ever go. So if you want that game, then pick it up then. Pick it up when it's in one of those guys. So the community choice sale is the third of those sale options, and this is one that you get to vote on as well. So now I highly recommend, for a bit of karma, a bit of gaming kindness, that even if you don't want one of the three games that's on for the community choice, I still recommend voting, and, you know, vote for the one that you think is the best game, so one you already own and you recommend to other gamers and you want other people to be able to experience and enjoy, you know, spreading the love out a bit, or one that has a big discount. I think Dead Island Riptide might be one that a bunch of people want, so I voted on that. Otherwise, Left 4 Dead might have been a good choice. Don't vote for Infestation if you see that on there. That's the War Z, but anyway. So there's those three sale types. There's the community choice, the flash sales, and the daily deals. Now, if they're on that, that'll be the cheapest they'll ever go as an individual game. However, there is another way of picking up some games, and these are through developer or themed bundles. Now, per game, these bundles work out to be very, very good value. They're very, very cheap per game when you break them down, but they're usually bundled in with pretty much all of the games from that developer, or within a bunch of themes. So they might be like an indie themed, or there might be, you know, like a particular developer selling their entire back catalogue of games. Now, these are good value if you want somewhere around the 70% of those games. Now, you can work out to see how many of those games you actually want, and then multiply those prices together to figure out whether that's actually a good buy for you. But most of the time, I've personally found that I'm just better off buying, you know, the one or two games I actually want from the bundle if I don't want the entire bundle. But if you happen to see a bundle that has, you know, a bunch of games in it that you want, then that's also a good way to pick them up. Now, let's move on to some of the additional tips. So, most major games, and this is pretty much nearly all of the games that I've seen so far in the Steam Summer Sale, will be featured in the daily deals, the flash sales, and the community choice sales at least once each. So they'll appear 3 times at their heavily discounted price, and potentially 4 times if they, if they get some sort of second chance thing, or they get cycled through again. But generally, if you see a major game and you missed it, and you say, oh, yesterday I missed the community choice for Torchlight 2 yesterday, I really wanted that game. If that hasn't already been on the flash sales or the community choice, keep an eye out for it, because it's bound to appear on those. I would be highly surprised if Torchlight 2, for example, didn't appear in the flash sales at some point during the sale, or during the daily deals. Now, the golden rule for the Steam Summer Sale is, until the very last day of the sale, do not buy a game unless it is on the daily deal, the flash sales, or the community choice awards, because if you pick it up at just the discounted Steam Summer Sale price, you can do that at any point within the sale. You can do that on the 22nd of July. So if you want to get, make sure that you're getting the cheapest price possible for that game, then you want to wait until the July 22nd to buy that, and only then, after you've given it all of the possible chances for it to appear on the daily deals, flash sales, or community choice sales, only then do you want to buy it, right at the very end. So save up a list, write down a list of all the games you want to see on these, at these discounted prices, and if they don't appear in all of that time, by July 22nd, then you can buy them on the very last day, and you won't lose out any extra money that way, but you will be giving yourself as many chances as possible to actually get them at that cheaper price. And here's one more extra tip, which I think is a pretty nice one. When you buy these games, there's a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of impulse buying going on. So I highly recommend buying them as gifts and just store them in your inventory. Now, what this means is, if we go into our, if I can find my, there we go, manage gifts and guest passes here. If I go into here, as you can see, I've bought Fallout New Vegas. I bought that today. And if I decide later that, I just bought that game and I probably won't actually play it, then it's in my gift inventory. Now, at any point, I can redeem this and send it to my library to play it and install it. At any point, I can do that. It's there forever, safe. For example, I bought Deus Ex Collection quite a while ago, and I still haven't redeemed that because I haven't decided whether I wanted it yet. But if I ever want to play that, I can redeem it. However, if I decide later that I don't want to play it, or if I, a friend has a birthday, or if I want to give it away to someone who I know will really enjoy this game, I can give it away to them, or I can potentially even trade it for another game if I want to get on the Steam forums. So to do that, we just go back into the store here. Let's say we want to buy Fallout New Vegas. When we go to, it's already in my cart, so we'll just go to my cart. You go purchase as a gift. Usually think you'd email this or send it to a friend. However, you can just click store the gift in my inventory to send later. And then you have access to it at any time, or you can spread the love around by giving it to one of your friends. It's just a nice way to protect yourself from those impulse buys. It's a really good feature on Steam. But anyway, overall, have fun, get some good deals, stack up that library, and get as many games as you can going in there. I'm pretty excited with my new PC coming in a few days. I'll be able to play a lot more of these games now, since I won't be trying to game on a Mac, which can be a bit sad at times. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.